Hello all you beautiful people, welcome back to the Awkward Horology channel. No front of cameras today, you just have a box and my pretty gnarly hands. Today we have a new watch that has just come in. I usually don't do unboxing videos, but I thought I would do one today because this watch is pretty special and it is going to form part of my long-term collection. So without further ado, let's get into the box. So first of all, we have the authenticity guarantees and purchase cards courtesy of eBay. As you know, I am a horological dumpster diver, so I tend to get a lot of my stuff from eBay. And you've got the authenticity guarantee card here. This will stay with the box and papers just like it does with my Tudor. But what watch is it that I've bought today? Well, I have bought a Breitling. Now, I've always liked Breitling watches. I've been a fan of their watches since I first saw one in Thunderball when I was a kid, and they had the Breitling Top Time, which was the Geiger counter watch that Sean Connery's Bond had for that film. However, I also like the heavier duty Breitlings as well, some of the ones with the larger water resistance ratings and some of them with the stainless steel bezels as well. So let's open the box and have a look, shall we? So straight away you can see that this isn't one of the brand new models. This is one of the slightly older models. I believe this model is actually from 2014 or 15. I'm not 100% sure. If you do know, leave that in the comments below. So next part of this is taking this one off. Let's have a look and see what's underneath. So here we have a leather pouch here, which looks quite nice. It's got a user manual for it. You've also got the name of the model, which is an Avenger, which is the upgraded version from the Colt. I believe it's the one that they replaced the Colt with, sorry. International warranty and conditions maintenance booklet. And then on the back here, you also have an international warranty card, and this was obviously bought in a duty-free in Dubai before it was listed with someone on eBay. I actually bought this from a eBay seller who also has his own website. It's QS Watches. I will leave a link to them in the description below because he does have some really good options on there, and he goes through the eBay authenticity program. Yes, a lot of peace of mind it gives you when you are buying on eBay, and it can go through the authenticity program, which I believe there are still some larger watches that don't, but if you can go through the authenticity program to ensure that this watch is the right thing, then that is great. So Breitling travel pouch to one side. Here is the watch, and it is the Breitling Avenger GMT in 43mm. I think this watch looks absolutely stunning. So here is the watch in all its glory. This is the factory Breitling leather calfskin strap on here. I will be changing that out and putting onto either a NATO or a mesh strap because I just think that goes. But as it goes, I've been looking for a GMT for a while. I really love the Explorer 2 look, but I didn't want to pay Explorer 2 prices. I wanted something that is from a good name brand, which has something a little different about it, and that's still good. And I think this watch fits that bill absolutely perfectly. This also has a couple of upgrades, I think, which make it better in a lot of ways to the Explorer 2. First of all, you have a bi-directional 24 click bezel, and that feels incredibly smooth going through that there. That feels incredibly smooth. You've got the GMT hand. This is a office GMT, not a traveler's GMT. I refuse to use the term true GMT because I think if it tells a second time zone, it is indeed a proper GMT. This one can track 3 time zones. Obviously, you've got your pointer here, which confirms 1 time zone, your normal 3-hander, and then because this is bi-directional, you can track a 3rd time zone with it. So let's go through the specifications of this watch. It is 43mm in diameter. That is a thickness of just under 12mm, which is a nice thickness to have on this watch. I'm not sure on the lug to lug, I haven't got the calipers out yet to have a look at it, and this is a 22mm lug width, which I think again works really well on this watch. Now I think there still needs to be a good conversation about Breitling. I think Breitling are one of those fantastic premium watch brands that just doesn't get the recognition that it deserves. All of its models are pretty big, and I think that's a given anyway. This one itself being 43mm in diameter does show how big this watch is. However, you have 300 meters of water resistance, a screw down crown, obviously you've got sapphire crystal over the dial with great AR coating, 22mm lug width, which I've just mentioned before, and the movement is an ETA based movement which has a 42-hour power reserve. The good news is it being a 22mm lug width, it means that you can easily swap this out and put this on different straps if you want to. Plus, on another great note as well, if you go onto Breitling's website, you can easily find straps that they have in stock for starting at £60 and going up to £150, which is great pricing as well for you to get an extra strap that is OEM. I would always have a look around for different straps if you can. I think this watch itself is going to be a bit of a strap monster, and yeah, it's just so different from the other premium watches I have in my collection. I use premium with a bit of an asterisk because I do have a more budget friendly watch collection. However, I believe this, along with my Tudor, now makes my watches a little bit more pricey than I had originally envisioned when I started collecting watches almost 4 years ago now. So here they are together, the two watches within my collection. So just a little bit of background on both of them. I've now bought both of these watches from the eBay Authenticity program, which to me is fantastic. I also have bought both of these watches from trusted sellers, so I know the source and I know where they come from, and I've also bought these watches as well with box and paper. That, added with the authenticity guarantee, really helps me understand a little bit more about the watches that I collect, and also means that I've got a little bit of collateral if I ever do need to sell them. Touch wood, however, though, I won't need to. So to shake it up a little bit, let's take some video of this watch outside, and as you can see, the way that it plays with the light is just absolutely fantastic. This watch is truly a strap monster. I have now changed it onto this drab military olive green style nylon strap. It's a bit of a mouthful. I got it from sniperbay.com, which is actually on Amazon. I will leave an affiliate link to that below if you want to pick it up, but I would highly recommend this strap. It's incredibly comfortable and it works really well with this polar dial on wrist. In case you do not know, or you haven't been on this channel before, I have a 7.5 inch wrist, and as you can see, this watch, although it is big, does wear quite nicely on my wrist. The lugs downturn, so that helps. It definitely does help it. It's quite flat, but it's quite thin as well at 43mm, but it is 12.8mm thick, and I think some of that is down to the bottom, which sort of domes out a little bit. So it means that this watch does wear quite nicely on wrist. I would probably say this watch will look good on anyone from 7-inch wrists and upwards. Anything below 7 inches, I think you're probably going to struggle a little bit. So, same outdoor furniture, but a different surround. And as you can see, I think this watch is still dynamic and it plays really well with the lights. But what do you guys think? Have you come across the Breitling Avenger series before, or the Breitling Cult series? Are you a fan of the Breitling diver style watches that they have and the divers watches that they have? Let me know in the comments below. I want to try some of the more chronograph style Breitlings as well, but I think I'm trying to get one of each brand that I like. So the next thing that I'm going to be looking for is a proper automatic chronograph, and I'm going to take a bit of time to save up for that one. I've got a couple of brands in mind and a couple of ideas that I'm going to knock back and forth, but yeah, you'll see exactly what I've got coming up soon. If you like the content of this video, then consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you like the style of this video and you want to see more of this type of stuff, please click on some of my other videos below. Thank you again to everyone who has taken the time to subscribe and watch my channel over the next couple of weeks. The next sort of filming schedule will be a little bit frantic because I am still living out of boxes. Although I am close to getting properly unpacked, I'm still not sure where the presenting space is going to be. So for the meantime, it may be more voiceovers, and you'll
you'll see more of my gnarly hands and not my hideous face. But guys, take care, and I will see you all in a future video.